Alright, hello. Welcome in, breeders from Stolen Shortsword. We're still waiting for one of our players to set up. But once Mage is here, we should be getting started very shortly. How's everybody doing? It looks like our players have opted for a 15 start, so yeah, so as long as you guys agree, that is fine. Alright. Oh, our players are ready to play this match. So, let me check. Seeds 0B390. So, let's get this DAS League match counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, I realized that my title is in the wrong order, but it is indeed Arin versus Mage today on this channel as DAS League kicks off its 4th season. Shout out to Hana for keeping DAS League running. I know it's not easy, but you know, they've kept this thing running for a couple seasons now, so you know, it's always great to see more people play Tetris and more people play DAS. As many people might know, I've been sort of involved with the DAS scene for a while, so it's great to finally be able to cast a DAS League match after being involved like in sort of behind the scenes for a while. So Mage currently, okay, the sport is now a little bit better. Actually, might have been a bit of a drought because Arin was also struggling with kind of a high board. I'm gonna put off introducing our players until they are clearly out of their current situations. It seems like things are going better now. Okay, those S and Z pieces are very helpful for Mage's board. And Arin is actually clean. And uses the bar for a Tetris. So quick score check for our players. 53, now 54,000 for Mage. 120 for Arin. Roughly the same line count, so this is a sort of an early lead for Arin, but there is still, of course, quite a lot of Tetris to be played. So let's look at our players. So this is a Division 6 match in DAS League. So DAS League has 6 divisions, unlike CTL, which only has 5. And, you know, our divisions are pretty competitive. You can look at the Division 2 players and, you know, we've got people like Shuichi who won a division of DAS League last season and is now in Division 2 because, you know, so many strong players signed up. So, you know, even if this is a Division 6 match, it's still pretty competitive. So on the left side of our screen is Mage, also known as Danny Mage, with a PB of 833k, a DAS player. Actually, both our players are DAS players, so they don't actually play with other playstyles. And on the right side is Arin, who I mostly know from promoting One Day, which is Pumpy's Swiss bracket tournament, played in a single day on Nestris.org. Has a PB of 466k. Not quite sure if that's updated, but if so, we're seeing some remarkably consistent play here from Arin. Now at 223k to Mage at 158, that early decking kind of costing Mage quite a bit of efficiency. Danny Mage hyper taps with the rotation button. Okay. Different kind of tapping, I guess, but it's still Spirit of DAS. We must heed to the Spirit of DAS. So Arin has a slightly complicated board, but should resolve with a couple good pieces. Mr. Brain in chat saying that Arin clobbered him the last time they played. So yeah, we're probably seeing some very, very consistent play from a 400k player, which is very impressive. 249 for Arin, 204 for Mage. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. So maybe this 15 start giving both players a little bit more breathing room because DAS is hard and, you know, controlling DAS on faster speeds is also difficult. So with a slower 15 start, there is sort of more room to breathe and make mistakes and, you know, not completely collapse when you make a mistake. So Mage currently at 253, Arin at 312, as we are getting close to 100 lines. Mage's board kind of a little bit complicated, which is not what you want when you transition. And Mage makes the transition at 261. Arin also about to, with a kind of complicated diving board-ish situation. His faster speed may be catching Arin off quite a bit, as that left side is looking a little bit dangerous, and that bar hangs to the left. And Arin is done at 332, so Mage, your chase down target is 333. There is quite a bit of time if Mage is comfortable playing on 18, as he appears to be fairly comfortable, so there is still kind of room to make up that deficit. Mage is now at 294, so 40,000 points to the target. Now 317, so a couple more lines would do it. This board is maybe a little bit complicated, but he has time. Now we've hit level 19, and this is where sort of the challenge really starts, I guess, for a DAS player. Mage seems to be doing okay. Just 6,000 points to go. That triple, now 4,000 more points. Another triple, so one more triple would do it. And that, with that, Mage has completed the chase down and takes game number 1. GG's to both players. Yeah, both. It's kind of hard when you have a bad board at transition, and then it just kind of cascades into a worse situation once the speed up hits you. Alright, so I actually need to check whether DAS League is increment or real. Let me see. I actually don't care that much, but SPS. Let's see. Oh my god. It's actually unreadable. Okay. Okay, it doesn't say, so yeah, I would assume just increment. So you'd go to 1C. Great. Let's. Alright, so it looks like our players are ready. So let's count down game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, both our players getting started. Very different boards to start the game, but I guess it all kind of balances out right now. As Arin able to take that bar for a Tetris before Mage does. Mage now has a sort of square hole that is now a J dependency, but it gets filled, so it's okay. And there's always, do people still say this? Like, J dependencies are good and L dependencies are bad. But that was like the thing people would say about stacking back when I still played Tetris. So Mage kind of having a left well setup right now and gets a left well Tetris. So actually both players remarkably close right now, just 4,000 points apart and roughly at the same line count. Mage deciding to stick with this left well, maybe a little bit aggressive, but you know you have to score as much as possible on 15 if that's the speed you're most comfortable with. Alright, so our players now looking like some mirror images of each other as Mage is playing a left well and Arin just going with a consistent, like the usual right well, and Mage has a bit of a situation on the left, but okay, these pieces are good for his board and is resolving said situation right now. So a little high up, a little scary. Okay, that bar helped a lot. And a couple more pieces should open up this wall on the left. Okay, those two bars, not used for Tetrises, but very helpful for this stack. And Mage finally can breathe a sigh of relief as he takes 2 Tetrises in a row. To go to 141, Arin at 120. So Mage actually in the lead still, despite quite a bit of burning. But also about 4 lines ahead, so really our players are still very, very close in score. Arin, though, has the well covered, and we'll need a couple more lines to resolve the current situation. While Mage has switched back over to a right well. 162 for Mage, 143 for Arin, who kind of has an interesting setup on the left side right now. Kind of a big hole on the left side, and now really needs something to go over to the left, and oh! And I guess that square kind of hung there because there was no place for it, and Mage, you're actually good for game number 2. Alright, I don't know. There is stream delay, but yeah, Mage, you're good for game number 2. You can top out. Yeah, kind of unfortunate board state there. There's a big hole on the left hand side, and then more stuff had to go over to the left, but a couple hung pieces, and it was over. Alright, so let's give our players a little check. Okay. Alright. Let's get game number 3 started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I wonder if Das League is still continuing its streak of all sweeps, because I remember seeing somebody talk about it. Oh, really? Oh, it's still going on. So, yeah, I guess all matches so far this season, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, all 6 matches have been sweeps. And these are across like different divisions, so it's not even like a single division that's just had one player sweep everybody. So we'll see if this match also follows that pattern. Well, Mage certainly looking forward to just finishing it up in this game number 3. Arin looking to claw back and so reverse the tide and go to game 5. Right now, both players not really having a good time with their boards. Pretty jagged on both ends with a couple holes. Mage has quite a bit of a better board. That Z piece kind of earlier went into a strange parity hole, but now the board is looking much better. Probably wanted to go for a column 5, but now is deciding to build a couple rows off the bottom instead. And oh, I think we're looking maybe at a drought here. Okay. Mage just taking some burns to stay alive. That left side is a bit concerning. Would like a bar very quickly. And okay, that bar goes all the way over to the left. That is very good news. Arin's board is also not really clean, but not in as much danger just yet, I don't think. Mage kind of struggling with these pieces quite a bit. Like a T. Okay, that T is nice. These pieces are okay. They could be better, but you know, Mage is using them the best he can, and okay, slowly burning the stack down. Back to safety. Some pretty dangerous maneuvers here. Okay, that J went into the well. And just slowly chipping away at the stack. A bit of a score update. 63,000 for Mage and 36,000 for Arin. So this has been probably a pretty bad seed for both players. Despite all this burning that Mage has been doing, he's still in the lead by quite a bit, actually. So probably both players just struggling with the stack quite a bit. Couple pretty long droughts that I've seen so far. And Mage deciding to go for the center well instead of taking that bar for a burn. While Arin actually takes a bar and gets a Tetris, now pulls ahead at 78,000. Mage again up high. Okay, that square helps the stack a lot. Some split-second decisions being made here. And that bar will help a lot in lowering the stack. 96,000 for Mage. 98,000 for Arin. In what has been kind of a suffer game for both players. Only now have they been really scoring Tetrises. And even I've been looking at Mage's board a lot because it seemed like he was in a bit of trouble, but then I wasn't super aware of Arin's board, even though it didn't look that high. It looks like both players weren't scoring Tetrises. And now they're approximately tied, 138 for Mage, 139 for Arin. So Arin behind by about 4 lines, but approximately the same in score, so sort of still a little bit ahead in pace. Now, actually ahead in score right now, as Mage is at 142, now 144, Arin at 159. As we're closing in on the level 16 transition, where the game will speed up, and Mage's board is looking a little bit hairy for this speed up incoming in about 3 lines. And what can he do for the left side? And the answer is nothing. So Arin actually takes game number 3, as she also looks to be in a little bit of danger of topping out. And yeah, and Arin also tops out at 179, but that's already enough. So yeah, Arin, congratulations, you have broken the 3-0 sweep, the Astley curse. This is the 7th game of the season, and we finally have a non-sweep, which means we are going to a game 4. Yeah, very droughty game. I've in my very short restreaming career, somehow I've rolled a couple of pretty bad seats, so apologies to anybody who decides to play on here, because I think I somehow have rolled a higher than usual number of bad seeds. Yeah, the first Tetris was scored very, very late in this game. It was quite surprising. But this is, I guess, part of the magic of NES Tetris, because... Okay, where did my pin seed go? That's... What? Okay. Pin it again. So now we're at 3E, I believe. Yeah, that's part of the magic of NES Tetris. You never know how long the drought is going to be. 0. Okay, 3E, 3909. 3E, 39. Okay. So, alright. Game number 4. Let's get this game started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, our players hopefully having a better time with these pieces this time. Well, Arin, kind of a misdrop with the T, should be easily fixable with a couple good pieces. Mage scores the first Tetris with the bar. Arin also has a bar that went over to the right wall, but that was in the Tetris because of a couple gaps in her stack. But now, maybe 2 or 3 more lines later, she should have a clean stack, and there we go. Alright, it seems like there's... Okay, I hesitate to call this a drought already. Okay, there is a bar. Alright, so Mage has just been stacking super cleanly, while Arin just has been struggling with these pieces a little bit more, but not really in danger at all just yet. With like a bar now, though, okay, that J helps a lot. And 2 pieces later has actually burned that bar dependency down. Mage scores another Tetris to go up to 90,000. Arin at 24,000. So Mage kind of opening up an early lead here. As Arin still is struggling to keep this board clean right now. Okay, I'm looking at my activity feed. Oh, thank you, Wari, and thank you, Anjing, for the follows. Alright, Arin is now cleaned, and Tetris Ready just needs a bar. And gets the bar to go to 51,000. Mage is now at 149, though, so those starting about 30 lines of burning has given Mage an opportunity to open up almost 100k lead, which is pretty significant with the sort of lower scoring potential of 15 starts. Is now kind of has a interesting setup now, though. Is deciding to build just one row off the bottom and perhaps just burn this down using 2 Tetrises. Would really like probably 2 bars. Okay, there's one. So now Tetris ready. And there's the second one. Maybe now just sticking with this one off the bottom. Okay. Okay, now. Just deciding to burn this down. And Arin, a little bit high up. Shouldn't be in that much danger yet, but just can't really capitalize off of a little bit of burning that Mage was doing. Okay, those pieces are very useful though for this board. And Arin takes a Tetris to go to 140k with Mage at 236. So still the same, about 90,000 point lead. Mage, okay, that bar really saved his board at this point, because it was looking a little bit dicey up top. 277 for Mage, 160 for Arin. So Mage definitely having a much better time with these pieces this time. Arin maybe having a little bit of trouble again now. Has a couple gaps and a closed well. Okay, that bar helps a lot. And would like to get this board clean really before we transition to 16, which is where the game speeds up to the level 18 speeds. Mage getting a column 8 Tetris and just continuing to go for it, actually. Needs a bar on the left-hand side, really. Oh, and Arin has topped out. I wasn't looking at her board at all, and she just topped out, I guess. So, Mage, you're good for game number 4 and the match. So, GG's to both players. Pretty unfortunate early top out in this last match. Oh, Sharky. Hello, Sharky. GG's to both of our players. And Mage, that board is kind of high for 16. Let's see what he can do. And the answer is nothing. So, yeah, the curse has been lifted. GG's to Arin for taking one game, but it is Mage who will win this set of Division 6 of DAS League. Let's go to our winners scene. Okay. Congratulations to Mage. And yeah, GG's to both of our players. That management of the drought in game 3 was very impressive. And yeah, I hope to see both of you around soon. I'll try to take more DAS League matches. I'm pretty invested in this thing. So, you know, hopefully I'll see you guys around. And now I need to figure out how to restream Nestris.org, because I'm now going to take a TMP match where one of our players